What's good, fam? Look, to anybody that's going into the weekend and you just getting ready to go, get your mind off of your life, you at a point where you don't have the money you want, you may be struggling in a crunch, you going into the weekend feeling like you don't have the dating life you want, you don't really have much motion and things going in that area, you don't look the way you want, you got a whole lot of different things and you looking at your life. And if you were realistic with it, you know that deep down, that shit is not it and you frustrated, I want to talk to you. If you got a few minutes, let me help you as somebody who struggled for years and have been on a self-development journey. I know what it is. I know what it is to be broke as fuck, struggling, trying to make ends meet, chasing a dream, not having money to do that, struggling in that area, being fat and overweight, looking in the mirror and deep down being insecure, not liking what it is you see, struggling with getting dates, struggling with confidence, your social skills, all of it. I've been there and I've done that. So I know. So what I need you to understand first, and I'm going to get the uncomfortable part out the way, is to let you know you won't get what it is that you want until you're ready for it. A lot of times you want the money, you want the girl or the relationship, you want the physique and everything else, but the thing is you aren't prepared for it. For a lot of you, if you had your dream girl drop into your life right now, let's say you go to a store, you go to a restaurant or a nightclub or wherever you go, and you literally right there in front, you come across your dream girl, she does it for you, she has the look, the vibe, everything, the personality, everything. You wouldn't be ready for it. And she actually, let's say she actually wanted you, like she saw you and there's something about you, the way you move, your aura, your vibe, and she actually liked you. Be real with yourself. Would you be in a place where if that happened and you got that, you were in position to get it, would you be ready to fully capitalize off of it? And for a lot of you all, the answer is no. Like, you don't have your life set up where you can actually run a good dating life, where you can actually, be the person that you want to be to vibe with the girl. You don't have a lifestyle set where you can actually go on dates. You can be emotionally available. You can be the leader that a girl would want to be. You don't have the confidence established and built yet that would allow you to show up in the relationship with that girl the way you need to. The list goes on and on. A lot of things you just have not put in place yet where you can actually capitalize. So God, the universe, whatever you believe in, isn't going to give you something that knowingly you're going to fuck up. And that's just what it is. To be honest, it's just no different than would you allow a 9 or 10-year-old to drive a car or a Ferrari? 9 times out of 10, that answer is no. Why? Because they haven't built up the skills, the understanding, the problem-solving skills, all of the different awareness and different things that goes into being able to operate a vehicle. They have not developed those things yet where you wouldn't give them something that they would destroy. So a lot of times with a relationship, you aren't ready for it. That's why you don't have it. I promise you, the minute you get ready for it, you will have it. And speaking of, before I even get further, any of you all, if you are in a point where you need guidance, you need structure, you need somebody to give you a step-by-step on how to level up your life, physically, relationship-wise, emotionally, building success in your life, or even in your fitness journey, I created a program and a community that I have for people specifically for self-development, trying to level your life up. I've got that information that'll be in the description. Click that link and that'll take you to the platform where you can check it out risk-free. It's a week where you can come in and see if this is a fit, something that resonates with you. And if it is, I'd love to help you level up your life as somebody, like I said, that struggled with it. So that's something for you. Check that out. If that resonates, then I'd love to see you on the other side. But moving forward, I also want you to let you know, just like how with relationships, you aren't going to get that until you're ready for it. Money is the same way. A lot of times we may be putting in work. Some people, you aren't putting in work, and that's why you don't have it. It's so many different things that goes into money. I didn't even know it. I thought it was just for me for a while. Let me help you understand what I mean. For so long, I was under a paradigm and a mindset that it's hours. It's how much work you do, how hard you grind, how much hours. And if you look around, we all know a lot of people that work hard as hell. They bust their ass and work hard, but they don't have what it is. Money is a mindset, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that all of the wealthy and successful people, especially that built wealth from the ground up, didn't inherit it. They had to adopt a mindset, a wealthy mindset, before they ever saw money in general. So my thing is, obviously there's actions and things that you have to be doing. You got to be doing it consistently and over a period of time until you see it. Just like watering a plant. Most plants, a lot of them don't grow overnight. A tree that produces fruit doesn't produce fruit the day you plant the seed. No, you plant the seed, you set the conditions, you water it and do the other different things to nurture it on a day-to-day basis. And before long, if you do that long enough, eventually that tree is going to grow and be to a point where it does produce fruit. But you got to go through that process. And a lot of times you don't have the money that you want. And I'm telling you, trust me, as somebody who was dead broke, I'm talking about recently, in the past year, I bottomed out. Literally while transitioning from my old life where I was working 80 hours and 60, between 60 and 80 hours, just getting by, not doing what it is I enjoy doing, working multiple jobs and things like that, and transitioning into doing things that's more aligned with my gifts, my talents, the value that I provide to people. And I bottomed out. But what I didn't understand, and I'm telling you, it's not just what it is the work that you do. It's the mindset. If you have fear and doubt around you having enough, if you're actually capable, if it's gonna work, if you going back and forth, if it's not a surefire thing, and you go playing tug of war between believing that you got it, moving like you got it, versus not, you playing tug of war and it's gonna keep you from getting it. So you gotta lock that into your mindset of having it, of being that person, that version of yourself that already moves like you got it before you actually have it. That's one. Two, you gotta make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do that will produce the money consistently. Keyword, consistently. Things pile up over time. Like I told y'all before, things don't just happen overnight. Snow piles up because it accumulates. You have a consistent downfall of snow, and over time it accumulates. Building a brick wall, it's layer by layer. Each day or each brick stacks upon each other and it builds up. Same thing with a tree. I gave y'all that analogy earlier, fruit tree. Every day that you water it, whether you see the growth or not, those roots are deepening and it's building up the plant to grow so that when it does shoot up. But that comes with consistently watering that plant. So I say all of that to say, if you want to make money, if you're struggling with money, look at what it is you're doing. Are you doing something that would bring money, that provides value? Because it all comes down to value. All money is a value exchange. You go get food, you exchanging dollars, value. Somebody's preparing the food, you're giving them something, they're giving you something in return. The more value something is, the more somebody's willing to give. So if you want to receive more money, that means you have to give things of more value. Point blank, period. So you got to look at your life and make sure that you're doing something that brings a lot of value to either one person, a small group of people that would be willing to invest or give value because what you're giving is extremely value, or you have something that brings value to a lot of people. It's a lot of different ways to do it. It's not one shoe size fits all, but you got to figure out what that is for you between your gifts, your talent, your passions, and use that in a way, package it in a way to provide value to people. And then do it consistent. I'm telling y'all from experience, you got to be consistent with it. And it doesn't happen overnight. I've been on this journey here with my platform for going on 2 years. And it's been a slow grind. I'm telling you, I went from somebody who had practically no views, no nothing, no subscribers, and I'm nowhere near where I ultimately want to be. But I've gotten to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't even care about the results. I'm just providing the value, taking the actions, and learning to trust that will happen. Like I gave y'all the analogy before, things will compound. And before long, things look like nothing happens or nothing is happening until boom, everything changes. But you got to keep going in order to see that quantum leap or that boom effect. It's all consistency and making sure that you show up every day. And don't get discouraged when you don't see things working. Please. I probably should have said that sooner. Do not get discouraged. If anything, you need to take time and hype yourself up. Congratulate yourself, honor yourself for actually having the courage to go for something, to stick in when things aren't easy, when you aren't getting support, when all of these different things. You need to encourage yourself because most people don't even ever have the courage to even step into trying to be all they can. So you got to do those things. That's going to help you with money. And when it comes down to confidence and dating, you know, your physique, I'm going to group all of those into one thing, and we're going to break it down. Look, your social skills, your confidence with dating, what are you doing at the end of the day? It's simple. Every day, the best way I can tell you, this is how I did it. I got to a point where I said, you know what? I don't have consecutive 0 days. Just like I did with the gym, I have a rule. I don't go more than 2 days without working out. Same thing with your social skills. You have to put yourself in situations where you have to operate and move courage and go talk to somebody that you don't know or that would make you feel nervous to talk to and spark up a conversation. You do that enough times and you see that you're not going to die. You didn't lose a limb. You didn't end up injured. And even worst case scenario wasn't that bad. That's going to build confidence and you'll be able to go into situations that would have made you nervous before, knowing that, you know what, I'm good, you know, and especially once you do that enough, you're going to get good results, which will give you evidence that, you know what, you can carry a good conversation. You can spark up and create a vibe with a beautiful girl. You can get a number and eventually set a date. You'll have evidence, and confidence is built through evidence. You get evidence by actually taking reps and taking actions, and before long you get that evidence. But you gotta be willing to get out and make sure that you have days and track it. How many days did you go out and actually start a conversation with a new girl, a new person? Literally track it. And something I did as well, and this goes hand in hand with fitness. Same thing, if you're trying to create a better physique, and I'm bouncing between the two, you got to track how many days you worked out. Like, if you don't track how many days you worked out, then you really, what are we doing? So you got to know how much days you're working out so that you know how much you invested into improving. When you're eating healthy, how many days did you eat healthy? How many days how many meals did you just fuck off and eat stuff you didn't need to eat? That matters. You track it. So, and that's another reason why I'm telling you, like within my community, that's something that I promote because that's something what I did. You gotta have accountability partners. This is another one that I did that during on my self-development journey that a lot of people miss. Get a friend, get a relative, somebody that you trust, somebody that you know will hold you accountable. If you tell them, look, this is what I'm working on, this is what I'm trying to do in my life. Can you hold me accountable? I'm going to check in with you every other day, every day, once a week, and we're going to go over what you did. And being accountable, they're going to hold you accountable. If you did the things that you needed to do or you said you were going to do, they're going to hold you accountable. And if you aren't doing it, they're going to get in your shit and let you know, bro, you fucking up. This is what you said that you wanted to do. You have to have people like that in your circle because they're going to keep you grounded, keep you accountable, and that's going to help keep you on track and consistent with what it is you're doing, especially on the days and the times where you just fall off your square. You don't feel motivated, you're tired, you got distractions, other things going on. Those are guardrails to help you remember, like, yo, this is what the goal is. This is what you were working for. And they're going to help you kind of get back locked into what it is you're doing. It's so important to have accountability partners. That's something else that I offer. And if you need one-on-one coaching, I forgot to mention that earlier. I do offer one-on-one coaching services as well for anybody who you need one-on-one help. You need accountability. You need that guidance on an even more personal level. I do offer one-on-one coaching because that's something, like I said, everything I'm sharing with you all here, I've been through, I've done it, literally started from ground zero. I was the fat kid that didn't have self-esteem, that was scared to go talk to people, that was scared to go talk to girls, to ask for a number, to ask for a date. I was afraid of being broke and going for the things I wanted to go for. I knew I had dreams and aspirations to be something and was struggling to get started, struggling and figuring out what works, what I need to be doing, how to start being consistent, all of these different things. Even in the gym, there was, like I said, all of the things I've done, I didn't do overnight. I got to a point where it's like, you know what? I got to do my part. If I want to see these things and I want to be rewarded these things, I got to do my part and I got to make sure I'm ready for it. So I'm telling you this, for anybody who's struggling in your life with money, with your career, with your success, with your confidence, your dating life, your charisma, you struggling with your fitness goals, whatever the case is, please understand, you got to do your part if things is going to change for you. And like I tell anybody that I deal with, I'm friends with, I work with, I help, where you go in your life and what you do in your life is 100% all on you, fam. So please understand, it's always will be, always was, and always gonna be all on you. So I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Before I get out of here, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and share this to somebody that you know that may need this information so that I can help other people that are struggling. I just want to see y'all be the best that you can be. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and y'all know what it is. Until next time, peace and love.